Good morning, everybody. Quick note. Dad just got out of surgery. I know I didn't bring this up. My dad's been having some kidney stone problems. Had a very large kidney stone. They just took care of it. And he's out of surgery and he's doing fine and he's talking to Mom. So, you know, that's great. Dad's doing great, apparently. Hopefully he'll be doing much better. It was giving him a lot of pain and a lot of issues. So hopefully this will help him a great deal. Kidney stones are no joke. They are very painful, and I'm pretty sure I will be I'll probably have one, more than likely, after what I drank in my youth. And I have curtailed that. I'm drinking a lot of water these days. I'm like some milk and water. So it's gotten a lot better for the past several years. But yeah, there was a point in my youth where it was a lot of soda. A lot of soda. So, and that stuff kind of catches up with you when you get older. Also, I took my second shot of Ozempic today. Thank you for looking out for me and bringing to my attention the bone density thing. I had looked that up prior. It seems to me, and I've read several studies, several papers on the bone density thing, where if you take Ozempic for weight loss, it could lower your bone density. That is a thing, but it seems like it's mostly in individuals who take Ozempic just for weight loss and then do no follow-up of anything, no exercise. Their diet changes because how Ozempic affects your stomach. You retain food longer, so you feel full for longer, so you're not getting more food. You're like sated, and you don't need to eat anymore. So your diet somewhat changes, or actually your diet changes quite a bit. So that's part of the weight loss. Well, the biggest thing about those studies that were done with bone density loss, there was no exercise done while on Ozempic. And if you're doing this for blood sugar, if you're doing this to either get out of diabetes or stop diabetes from happening, you're following an exercise program and you've changed your diet. So instead of a big handful of Cheetos turning into a small handful of Cheetos, a big handful of Cheetos turns into an apple or a banana or a protein shake, that kind of a thing. So you're changing your diet up and you're introducing more exercise, which the day before I started Ozempic, I started an exercise program. It tracks my stats. I'm usually doing about 1.5 miles to 2 miles a day on the elliptical. And then I spend time either weightlifting, or yesterday I did the DDP yoga, which I love the energy program. It's 30 minutes. It's not quick. It's not easy, but it makes you feel a lot more stretched out than you were, because Monday I washed both cars and that took about 2 hours. And that's me physically bending over or kneeling down or getting down on my knees, or, you know, to do wheels or do doors, and then reaching and stretching to do hoods. And, you know, that's exercise, honestly. I mean, you're moving about, you're moving yourself about, you're getting into different positions. You know, to me, that's exercise. Now you could probably come back at me and say that's not exercise. I don't really care. It's exercise to me. I'm tired when I'm done. I'm sore the next day. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why, to me, that is exercise. And I love washing my own cars. So one way to get my blood pressure down if it's high is I just go out and I wash a car. You know, it makes me feel better. I've offered to wash the neighbors' cars. Not because they're dirty, but because they're a little older. And, you know, sometimes running them through a car wash just doesn't get it as clean as you want. My other neighbor, who is in his 60s, He has a 40th anniversary Mustang and a Honda Accord that he washes. So you mean we all kind of, the 3 out of the 4 of us wash our vehicles in the center of the driveway there. So, and we don't get in anyone's way. But I think washing cars is exercise. I remember my 3-season stint at Nissan North as a wash bay attendant. I was mid-30s, I think, maybe early 30s, and it was summer, fall, and cold-ass winter, washing cars in the wash bays. And I know I lost a lot of weight washing all those cars. So to me, car washing is exercise. And then the next day, yesterday, I decided I was so stiff I would do the energy program from DDP so that I could stretch everything out. And it's a very good stretching program. He's got several of those. I think I have it when it was on DVD. Now I think he does a subscription thing on his website on the internets. So, but thank you again. Thank you very much for bringing up health concerns and what I should watch out for. And I understand. I get it, and I appreciate it. But I did read, and I do understand, and a lot of the bad bone density loss seems to stem from just shooting yourself up with Ozempic and then going about your day not exercising. So I am actually taking the time to exercise and eat correctly, and I want this thing to go away. So I want to use every tool available to me, and if I haven't lost bone density from all the Mountain Dew I used to drink, I don't, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? All right, so Darling Delight, coffee. We're doing coffee this morning. I'm gonna do it with my Chemex. I got the water going. I've talked long enough the way it's actually done, so I'm gonna grind this up. I'm gonna grind this up to a 10. I wanna see if it'll go fine enough. And a 10, and I wanna see how long it'll take. Yes, I would say a 10 is about what we saw. Oh God, that coconut and caramel smells so good. It also smells a little salty, which is kind of nice. I like that very much. I like the consistency of the Kona coffee where it was ground, and I think I have to do it at a 10 in order to get that medium fine grind that I'm looking for with this grinder, which is fine. It's just going to take just a hair longer, not a lot longer, just like a hair longer. And I have to remember to be consistent, because I think that actually does look the grinds look consistent. They're small. That might work for me. So let's see. What we can see. I will say, as the week goes on after taking the Ozempic, there's like the initial 4 days, 5 days of not being hungry, eating something decent, and then not being hungry. But then day 6 comes and you're like, boy, I could eat a little bit more. And then day 7 comes and it's like, my gosh, I am starving. I'm wandering around, and I'm trying to find something that is not only filling but good for you. And I like steamed broccoli. I'll eat steamed broccoli. It just put a little. I've got this pepper and flaky salt mixture that I put on the top of it a little bit, and it tastes really good. And broccoli, when it's steamed, is incredibly easy to eat. So I do like steamed broccoli, but about $4.50 right there. I also bought cauliflower. Steamed cauliflower, not so much. Steamed cauliflower is dense, and even salt doesn't really make it taste good. So yesterday I was scrambling because, quite honestly, I love deep fried cauliflower. So I found some deep frying medium in powder in the cabinet, and I may do it again this evening or this afternoon or whenever. But I put some canola oil in a small pan, got it up to the point where the cauliflower, and I already steamed the cauliflower, I put stuff on it, and I'm like, I can't get through this. How can I get through this? And I just, I put the frying medium on it, and then I put it in the oil, and I let it fry for, it doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very long, especially if, sorry, that's probably way too much of a thingy, but those walls were bothering me. Too much of a swirl, I guess that's what I was going to say. But it was just too much. I can't get through this. This is terrible. But I want to eat the cauliflower, and I'd already steamed it, so it was basically already cooked. I just needed to give the outside a crisp with oil, and that frying medium, I think it's got a little salt in it. It's got spices in it. It's basically for fried chicken, but I made the conscious decision of doing it on cauliflower, and I will say it tasted great. So what I may do this afternoon for lunch, I may steam some cauliflower and then again roll it in that frying powder medium, and then give it a fry for 3 or 4 minutes, turning them over, because it tasted good. It was much easier to eat than just eating straight cauliflower that was boiled. I guess steamed, but whatever. Yeah, so cauliflower, not so much. Fried cauliflower, though, oh my gosh. Getting that at the fair. I missed the fair this year. I wasn't paying any attention. I wanted to go to the state fair this year, and I completely lost the plot and forgot that it was happening. So, I guess I didn't reset I probably do that a lot, don't I? I didn't reset the counter before I put the water in, and now it says it's 343 grams. I probably do that a lot and don't even realize it, don't I? Such a wonderful smell. That is a great grind consistency, though. I'll probably stick to that for the foreseeable future. Right up to the chip. That's dangerous, but delicious at the same time. Yeah, I missed the fair. I wanted to see the youth fair choir. I wanted to see the band. I was part of the youth fair choir back in '93. It was an incredible awakening in so many different ways. Musically, socially, food, freedom, even though, you were kind of had some strict guidelines of where you had to be at certain times, of course, because you're performing, you're in a choir, so you're performing. But there were long periods, like 2 to 3 hours of free time at certain points before you had to be back at the dorm. Freedom was crazy, and you had the entire fair at your fingertips, so you could go anywhere. Yeah, back in 1993. And it was just such a wonderful time. Last year, I thought the youth choir looked very small. I saw pictures of it this year, and it looked like it was just full of people, full of young, wonderful people who wanted to sing. And I thought that was absolutely cool and amazing. And I wish I would have been able to go see them, and I didn't. And their uniforms are gray. They were a different color last year, but their shirts were gray this year. I don't remember what they were last year. Wow, you don't remember either because you weren't born. You weren't. You were not born. You weren't even a twinkle in your 8th granddaddy's eye. It was so long ago. Your lineage probably was still in Siam from being Siamese. Yeah. Oh, but it was so much fun. I met so many wonderful people. I wish I'd have kept in touch with them. But boy, it was an amazing time. It was an amazing time. She wants to talk today. She wants to back and forth today. Yes, she does. Come here. All right. We'll let the coffee cool down a little more. Now, come here. Come here. Come on. Lady, uh-oh. We got them both now. He likes to sit on the subwoofer over there near the window. So, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Both of my cats. Both of my cats. A little too much coffee in the cup, but boy, Darling Delight is so good. Coconut and caramel flavored coffee. They've got some new coffees. When the fall stuff comes out, hopefully they'll have their pistachio back. I'm not sure if they have the pistachio back or not, because that's definitely one of my favorites. I get the S'more Time back. Yeah, I'll have to work on that at some point. But yeah, the youth choir. It was wonderful. I wish I'd have gone all 3 years rather than just 1 year. My friend, who unfortunately has passed a little while ago, my friend Vachel had gone there for like 3 years, I think. He went to the youth choir. He was one of my classmates. We were both in choir together. He had the bass voice, and I had the tenor-ish voice. I wasn't a bad singer back then, but boy, yeah, I could sing real quiet. We had a wonderful time. But yeah, our shirts were white back then. Somehow we didn't turn them yellow because, I mean, we were there for what, a solid 3 weeks back then? 2.5 weeks? Something like that. We had 3 weeks, I think, maybe. We had a time to get together and prep everything, and then the fair started, and then we were there for the duration of the fair, and after the fair was over, we left. So, and it was funny because people were asking if they could bring their vehicles because apparently they still had to go to their summer jobs. There's a lot of weird wackiness going on with that. But the Youth Fair Choir was a wonderful time, and it opened me up to diversity, you know, that kind of wonderful, your world is a lot larger than you seem to think it is as a teenager that lives out in the middle of nowhere and goes to school about 20 miles away from where they live, you know? So, and the school's in the middle of a cornfield. So, you know, it was just interesting and fun, and seeing how all of those dynamics played out and just having a blast singing and then, you know, I was doing the marching band as well for the high school. So I brought my instrument with me so I could practice that. So, and there were other kids there who had their instruments. So we all played, you know, and had a good time playing instruments on our free time as well. So All Ohio State Fair Youth Choir is what that was. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm continuing the series on building that TOS enterprise from Mega Blocks. I have 20 ready to go. I have 3 scheduled for this week. No, maybe it's 2. It's Wednesday, so I have 2 left that are scheduled to go out tomorrow and Friday. I will edit some more up. I'm on a roll now, so I'm editing them up as quickly but effectively as I can. So those will continue to come out for the foreseeable future. I'm on the primary hull now. They started us on the secondary hull, the engineering section where the deflector dish is. I have the primary hull I'm in the middle of, and then we'll be doing the nacelles last, and then fitting all of it together. So I'm pretty excited. I had a lot of fun with it, even though it was very frustrating. You can hear my frustration during everything. Go check that out if you get a chance. I might have another one fairly soon. Once I get finished editing these things all up, I might have something else coming very soon. That's Lego, not Mega Bloks, not Creo. That's actual Lego based, which hopefully will be as nice and fun and easy to put together as the Lego Stitch was. So have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Get a cup of coffee and stay safe. Bye.